is better, Messi or Ronaldo? That is the most argued question in the history of sport. Barbershops, group chats, actual parliaments. Nobody is neutral. So today, we are doing this properly. 7 rounds. The numbers, the trophies, the big games, the longevity, the style, the failures. And at the end, you give the verdict. I'm not here to tell you the answer. I'm here to make sure you argue with the full picture. Let's go. Round 1. The numbers. And straight away it is terrifying on both sides. Messi has 8 Ballon d'Ors. 8. Nobody else in history has more than 5. The man who has 5? Ronaldo. Messi scored 91 goals in a single calendar year. 91. That is a record most people thought was a typo. Ronaldo's answer? More international goals than any player in the history of the game. And more Champions League goals than anyone who has ever kicked the ball. Messi is the all-time top scorer of Spanish league football. Ronaldo scored league goals in England, Spain, and Italy, and made it look like the same league. If you only look at spreadsheets, you do not get an answer. You get a headache. Round 1. Call it even. It gets harder from here. Round 2. Trophies. Messi's cabinet. 4 Champions League. More league titles than most clubs have. A Copa America. And the big one, the World Cup. 2022. The trophy people said he needed to end the argument. He got it. Ronaldo's cabinet. 5 Champions Leagues. 1 with Manchester United. 4 with Real Madrid, including 3 in a row which no club had done in the modern era until he showed up. League titles in 3 different countries. And for his country, the Euro in 2016. Here is the honest version. Messi has the World Cup. Ronaldo has more Champions Leagues. Pick which one weighs more, and you have picked your winner. That is how close this is. Round 3. Big games. The nights that make legends. Ronaldo in a Champions League knockout is the most terrifying sight in football history. Hat-trick against Atletico. The bicycle kick and turn so good, the opposition fans stood up and clapped. When the lights were brightest, he got bigger. Messi's biggest nights look different. The solo goal against Getafe. Destroying United in 2 finals. And a World Cup final in 2022. That people are already calling the greatest game ever played, with Messi scoring twice and dragging Argentina over the line. Ronaldo hunts the moment. Messi bends the whole game until the moment arrives. Both work. Pick your side. Round 4. Time. Ronaldo made his debut. When phones had buttons, he was still scoring for his country past 40. That is not a career. That is an era. And it was built. Everybody who shared their dressing room with him says the same thing. First in, last out. Every single day for 20 years. Messi's longevity is quieter but just as unreal. He won his first Ballon d'Or as a teenager, 5th kid in 2009, and his 8th well over a decade later. Same player, different eras of football, still the best in the room. One of them outworked time, the other one made time irrelevant. Round 4 is a coin flip, and the coin lands on its edge. Round 5. Style. And this is where the debut actually lives. Watching Ronaldo is watching a machine built for one purpose. Every muscle, every jump, every run, engineered for goals. It is intimidating. It is relentless. It is almost frightening. Watching Messi is watching a video game with the difficulty turned off. The ball obeys him. 3 defenders arrive, and somehow that was a mistake by the defenders. Gift versus grind. The genius you cannot copy versus the standard you could chase but never catch. Your answer here says more about you than about them, and that is exactly why this argument never dies. Round 6. The failures, because they both have them, and pretending otherwise is fan behavior. Messi, for club, exits from the Champions League in a row in the late years. In the World Cup final in 2026, he could not win at 39. Ronaldo never won a World Cup, went entire knockout tournaments without scoring. Left United the second time with more headlines than goals. Neither man is perfect. Both men turn failure into fuel. That might be the most impressive stat of all. So, 7 rounds. The numbers, even. The trophies, pick your currency. Big games, both. Longevity, both. Style, your mirror. Failures, human, both of them. Here is the truth nobody wants. We got to watch the 2 greatest players who ever lived at the same time. For 20 years, pushing each other to heights nobody touches without a rival like that. But this is a debate channel and you owe me a verdict. Messi or Ronaldo? One name. Type it, defend it, and subscribe if you want the rest of football's biggest arguments because we're settling all of them one video at a time.